Hello and welcome. According to the Pathfinder poll application, in this video I will try to review QUIL project. Let's start. While I'm recording this video, QUIL is located around 600 place on CoinGecko and it has a market cap around $100 million. Let's go to the webpage and check the slogan first. The slogan is telling us hello World Wide Web, and below this slogan we can see 2.0 mainnet is now live. Please be sure you are updated to the latest release. So, as we can see in this page, things are showing very simple. Hello World Wide Web. And we can see there is a mainnet. So, this project has its own chain. We can call it a blockchain or a chain. We will try to understand. And as you can see, there is a very simple perspective. It is showing us that this project is taking the topic very serious in the lowest level. For example, layer 0, the internet itself. So they are interested in many things in internet and they want to change the understanding of chains and internet itself. So we will try to understand. It's a very complex project and it's still in the very early phase. First, let's go to the CoinGecko page and try to understand the very basics of the project. So the first thing is total supplies. Right now, around 820 million. Maximum supply is unlimited. Current inflation is around 30%. In the coming years, it will continue as decreasing. For example, next year 25, the other year 21, and then so on. And while coming to the 2030, the inflation will go lower than 5% probably. So the maximum supply is unlimited. Total supply is correct. For circulation supply, it is nearly correct. We can consider a number around 80% for circulation supply. You can make your own calculation by checking this Etherscan webpage. I will continue this video considering the circulation supply is 80%. When we check the chart, we can confirm it has been listed on CoinGecko for the last 6 months. 6 months on CoinGecko and 80% of circulation supply is showing us the project is trying to switch from young to a major project, but the inflation is still high and the progress is still in the early phase, so the project is still a young project. When we check the markets, we can confirm it has been listed on many centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. So when we check the liquidities on the decentralized exchanges, we can see they have a huge amount of liquidity. This is an important point. So before going deeper, let's have a quick summary. According to the supply situation, the risk is between medium and low. It is closer to the medium because the inflation is still high. According to the price and chart, the risk is between medium and low. It's still closer to the medium since it's a young project. According to the market, the exchanges, the risk is very, very low. Let's continue with GitHub. When we check the GitHub, we can confirm they have 6 shares, and 5 of them actually are not being updated. Only one of them is being updated regularly, and this is the main thing in this project as for now, because the chain itself is connected with this ceremony client, and the node operators are currently using this client, and the project is in early phase. Everything is connected with that client currently. So there is no problem in GitHub, no problem. For Twitter, the project has been located in CoinGecko for the last 6 months, but the Twitter page is created November 2, 2024. As you can see, they have a very young Twitter page. The project is extremely technical. It's a huge, large scope project. That is why they have not started as a regular crypto project like a marketing on Twitter, capitals, etc. They do not have any of them. They started with a fair start, and now they're trying to be sure on the technical details. So the other things will come later on. Maybe this is an advantage for us. So you can consider that one according to your choice. So Twitter is a very young Twitter. Now let's go back to the web page and try to understand what this project is. So this is a very, very complex project and it has many features. But as for now, I will try to explain as simple as possible and as fast as possible. So we know there are many blockchains out there, and in the blockchains node, operators are communicating each other. And in the end, we are having a safe blockchain itself. When we have a safe blockchain itself, we can create smart contracts. We can make some contracts. We can make transactions. We can follow every detail on the chain, and we can keep our data on the chain as well. So when the data is coming very heavy, there are many solutions the blockchains are using to keep that data safe on the other hand. So Quilibrium project is taking this chain itself very seriously. They have been checking the industry very closely, and then in the end, they have decided to separate everything on the chains. For example, accounts, for example, transactions, for example, smart contracts, for example, applications, etc. For example, database, etc. So they have categorized everything under the chain and they have created a special communication system between these layers and they have encrypted this system. So they have created a very innovative new blockchain. And in this blockchain, everything is meaningful. This is the main idea. Everything should be very meaningful. So whatever happens in the chain, there should be a reason for it. So the categorization will work perfectly, and the miners and the transactions will happen meaningfully. That is why this project is actually a proof of meaningful work project. And it's still on the early phase. 2 Pro in zero mainnet is live, but it's still very, very complex and it's still under development. So other than this perspective, there are many features under this chain. I would like to tell you only one of them. For example, while we are making transactions, we are entering some data into the blockchains. While making this, we are paying fees and we are signing, making signatures on our wallets, and then we are confirming the transaction into the blockchain. But when we want to read this data, to read it, anybody can read this data, and also no one is paying fee or making a signature to read this data. What Quilibrium is trying to achieve is, while making the transaction, while inputting the data into the blockchain, you can choose if you want to show the data, if you want to make the data readable by everyone else, or if you want to make it private, or if you want to show that data only specific people. So this is creating a very unique privacy layer. So this is only one of the features of this chain itself. So the categorization, proof of meaningful work, plus very unique privacy features and some other features. And connecting all of this, Quilibrium is trying to create a very unique large scope chain itself, which is supporting the smart contracts, privacy, etc., etc., trying to create a very large chain itself. If you want me to give a name for the concept of this chain, what this chain wants to be in the future, I can give you an example as internet computer. Of course, there are many differences, but I am talking about the scope of the project, the target scope. So we have tried to understand the project as simple as we can. If you want to learn more, you can check the white paper. It is very technical and long. And if you want to learn a bit simpler than the white paper, you can check the documentation. Now let's try to check the web page as fast as possible. So following the slogan, there's a status page. If you click this page, you can see if everything is operational or if there is a problem currently. This is very important at this stage for this project. We can go down a little bit. We can see some signatories. We can go down a little bit more. We can see the main vision, main idea of the project. And this main vision telling us that the current internet is actually a dead internet, which is controlled by some of the companies around the world, but the internet should not be like this. We need to change this. We need to bring the freedom. We need to bring the main ideas of internet to the reality. Long live the internet. Under this explanation, we can see the white paper and documentation link. I will not click them. If you want to learn more about the project, just click them and learn. I will click labs. Under the labs, we can see the features of the chain itself very clearly. If you want to learn about the consensus, you can click here. You can see learn with animations with the real examples. For encrypted channels, you can click and learn the details. And there are some other features on the way. And for token application, if you want to create an account, if you want to create a token, you can learn the details in here. And if you want to involve, you can click the buttons and you can make the interactions. That is possible also currently. So the next one is the bridge. When we click the bridge, there is a bridge between the Ethereum and Quilibrium chain itself. So the Quilibrium's current token is located on Ethereum, as you can see, but of course the chain itself is started to run. That's why they have a bridge. If you need it, you can come to this page and use it. There is this swag if you want to purchase some t-shirts, etc., about the brand itself. And the next one is the source. This is the GitHub share for the ceremony client. That's the same thing. So the website is finished. Now, the last thing on the website we need to see is the team members. So we cannot see all the team members, but we can see the founder. When we click the white paper, we can see a name in here. We can click it. And when we come to this page, we can copy this name. Then we can go to the YouTube. We can write this name. Then we can search, and then we will be able to see the founder herself. So if you are interested in this project, please watch these videos. She is telling us the problems in the current internet, the problems in the current blockchains, etc., and how to solve them efficiently. And if you check the white paper, you will be able to see this white paper basically written by herself. And if you want to learn more about her, you can go to her LinkedIn page or other pages on Google and you can learn more about her. She has a very strong technical background and she has a Coinbase background as well. So she is the founder. We cannot see the other team members very clearly, but it is obvious she has a strong background in the team as well because the liquidities are huge and everything is extremely technical. The scope is extremely large. So we have checked the webpage and we have tried to understand the team structure. Now let's try to analyze the project. First, the negatives. The first negative thing is the project does not have enough documentation, explanation as for now. So for a regular crypto user, it is very hard to understand and it is very hard to involve. We cannot involve somehow. There are no applications, etc. Things are very hard. The next thing is currently the token inflation is extremely high. So this is a very, very long-term project. We need to be aware of this. The current inflation is high, but the positive things is circulation supply is high as well. And the vision is great. We can see the founder, her explanations, everything seems real. The mainnet 2.0 is active, and the project is a project which we want to see in the crypto industry. So we need some special privacy layers. We need some special chains like Quilibrium. So this project has a lot of potential, but we need to be very careful. It is a very long-term project. Now let's try to analyze in price-wise. If we are entering a huge bull market, of course the price will jump at some point, but if you ask me, every jump will follow a drop in the price, even in the bull market. because the inflation is still high and the project is a young project. And there is always a hack possibility. We need to follow all these things if we want to involve in this project. So in the short term, if you are in the bull market, I accept a move like this one. When the bear market arrives, of course, the price will go down lower. And in the bear market, there is a risk because the inflation will be continue as high in the coming years. And the development of this project is quite hard. So in the bear market, this project may have some problems because the regular crypto users also will not be able to understand it and use this project. But after the bear market, in the next bull market, in the next bear market, the project has a potential to be one of the strongest projects in the crypto industry because after the inflation goes down, after the infrastructure is ready, after we see some applications, after we see some regular crypto content for regular crypto users under this project, I'm talking about around 5 years later, this project has a potential to go to top 300, then top 200, then top 100, and maybe more. This project has this potential, but still in the very, very early phase. That is why this thing is quite risky. We need to be aware on this one. In a middle term, if you ask me, the location of the project, I expect a move between 300 and 800 in the coming 1 or 2 years. And this is my estimation. Yeah. So that is all for this project. I could say, please do not forget, nothing is financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. This project is a very long-term project. I am considering to follow this. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.